More Mugglug. You're really on that Mugglug train. It's real fun. There's a lot of very interesting matchups. With Mugglug. So my theory crafting about this matchup is this is one of the few matchups Mugglug can maybe afford to hold to stay back a little bit. That's my theory. See how that pans out. Um, let's just run it like this. Um, get some kills. Discard. We can discard pretty big even. There we go for Dragos. If we draw him, we want to just drop an archer for fun. Is there any punish to attack Abushi? Not that I see immediately. Cool. Or to attack Red Talus. Alright. Um, yeah, so discards are a little bit tough. Like, part of me wants to hold the carrier since I feel like a decent chance we have a carrier in our discard pile next turn. Like, surely that dies, right? Archer is gone. Lot is gone. Carrier could be gone too. Like, there's nothing wrong with putting a carrier in the discard pile. Um, there's nothing wrong with ditching all of that, really. Like that would be fine. I kind of wanna. I mean, the cultists are good, but I'm fine. I'm fine building them. Do we? Yeah, do we hold the carrier or do we ditch it? Um, it's a little tough. It feels good to hold. It feels like we're getting value out of holding it, since this carrier will die. Maybe there won't be a good response for it. I'm gonna go ahead and hold it. See if we're punished for that. Maybe we drew another one. We'll have to see. It's a shame we didn't draw Blood Summon. Um, yeah, we'll have to see how Waterdeep plays this matchup. It's definitely helping me just debriefing them with him afterwards, and I guess it's very interesting that he thinks Ava can win the long game against Farah. Like that's definitely helpful. Yeah, have to see how this one goes. Um, yeah, because I feel like you could do something. When I was playing this matchup earlier today, like I would have just done something very simple like that. Funny, maybe this carrier doesn't die and we wanted to discard. I was really thinking it was gonna die. That's a pretty critical misplay if it doesn't though. Because I guess you're really not that scared of it. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna kill it because he would assume I discard a carrier to like. You always have to assume that the infect might be a threat. Even though sort of in a better spot if he doesn't kill it, but he doesn't know that. For all he knows, I discarded that carrier, and I'm in a better spot if he does kill. Or I'm in a better spot if he fails to kill it. So, but getting this infect will help us a lot next turn. That carrier going up. Oh, please kill it. No. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, good, 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 good. We're pulling it, we're killing it. So Mongoloid's staying back here. That's interesting. Um, I don't feel like Mugleg has to come at me this in this matchup. Like I really feel like the burden is on RT. Because Muggle can just sit there with big champions, big health, and sort of prevent big infects. Oh, and you stopped an infect coming out that way. That's pretty good. That's pretty hot. Um, damn, and if I had discarded a carrier, I could raise a carrier right there. That'd be pretty sweet. I think I'm probably just gonna play a carrier. Yeah, so I think I wanted to discard a carrier that last turn. That's what this is telling me. Um, yeah, let's raise. is a archer. I love her talents. Definitely first faction I fell in love with. First faction that made me love this game. Um, Nothing can change that. Um, do we move up even more? We might. Like, it definitely gives them a window to shoot at us, but they're not shooting at RT with more than like some. I'm considering moving RT over here. That means the carrier could be pulled and they could shoot at us, but they're only shooting us with like two range dice. So, like, do I even care? But then again, does it really matter? Like, why? Surely they're going to occupy that spot. So does that one spot move up for RT really make a difference? Probably not. Okay, it's fine. Okay, you know what we could do? We could hell forge this carrier. That's probably better, right? Is there anything else I could have raised? Yeah. So in that case, let's just like let's do a push. Let's do a big push. You know. Um, do I move RT up? That would be crazy. I would be a madman. It would be insane. I would be insane. Um, yeah, I can't do that. Um, yeah, let's go one spot up. Let's do it. Let's commit to it. And then yeah, because I'm seeing this hell forged. Okay, wait. Um, this is not nearly as good as I think it is because I don't have a second carrier in the discard pile. I only have one. Um, so I'm not getting double infect like I wish I would. Um, which kind of blows. This is still good though. It's fine. Uh, Still got that one carrier at least that's in there. Yeah, this is good. And then we'll do this, see how this goes. And then we will reveal our crippling misplay. Yep, that's what we get for not discarding a carrier. Do we soul shift in? Sure. More. Yeah. Protect the carriers. Sure, why not? And we'll discard. You know what? Let's just we can discard all of it. I mean, it's sort of bad for like drawing blood summon, but I really kind of want a warrior in the discard pile. We're kind of killing purge, etc. I don't know. I don't have a problem with this. Guldas, strong unit. I mean, so yeah. I mean, a lot of times I would because we were at high magic. I was tempted to discard. Holding the warrior would have been good for blood summon this turn, so it could have been a mistake there. Yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. Spy and water these badges real quick. So many, they spam like so these gonna add up from like division from like season to season because this says season one, right? Season two, yeah. So like they specify their seasons. So like you could have like four golden like breakers badges by the end of this or something, and just the badge page is like 20 minutes long. Yeah, it's unfortunate that blood summon is kind of dead right now in my hand. Maybe discarded a bit too heavy. Um, Really looking for Dragos, but it might be a while. And Dragos isn't even that good in this matchup. But I'm gonna go ahead and call that a misplay. I think I should have held the warrior. I mean, I was thinking about like I really want to be getting these warriors out with the raise the dead, but I don't care that much. Um, uh, there's a world where he's got to think long and hard about this world, and the answer is it's bad. But you could get dice on Mugglug this turn. You move like that unit on the left's a Vine Mancer, and then you Vine Mance here, and then you Vine Mance this here, and that you could do that to get dice. Uh, is yeah, there's no way you do that, but The play for sure. Or like, I mean, we need to be a little bit afraid, I guess. Oh, I can get like gray colors. Ew. Maybe that's what I want. Maybe that would that like that would make the green a little bit more palatable, right? It's kind of gross too. Anyway, the turquoise color. Interesting for it to be a tough turn. How many carries you got in the pile now? Just one. Yeah, this is sort of why I'm feeling like this matchup. We've got to come. I mean, I guess to play a certain way and then say this is why I think this, but I feel like we got to come to Muglug. Like Muglug doesn't need to really like push with their comments as much as they do in other matchups. Or like what Waterdew was surprising me with like in like previous games, like moving commons there and just being like, yeah, I gotta push. That's why I'm doing that, like moving a bog shaman all this way. Um, and that makes sense. I feel like this met like RT can't do anything at a range. Like RT loses the ranged battle. I mean, like so does Muglug, kind of, but like what? It's undead archers versus bog shamans and stuff. It feels like RT is gonna try to push you. There's no way RT like plays a range match against you with undead archers. Like maybe they win that, but like surely you can get snipes off and then pull your units to safety. I think this is sort of like I mean like yeah maybe Red Talus is a little bit of a cave goblins in disguise. Like got good longevity with raising the dead a bajillion times. Uh but um it's also just getting no use unless no use except for melee. I mean, I guess we got cultists too are two range, but no one's attacking with cultists. The real meat is the carriers, the warriors. Yeah, see this. The other day looks like not going for the easy dice on ret. Just pulling Monklug to safety. Not even. At a gate, yeah, it's a real shame. I really wish I had that warrior. Regret, etc. All right, though we'll raise it, and then do something else. Yeah. Um, I mean, we can raise a warrior to punish, and then like blood summon to just kill all our units. Do you know blood summon can kill your units if you have nothing in hand? Yeah, it's crazy, huh? Gonna get some good infects. Seems like a pretty good position for us. In general, I think I am pleased by this. Guldas is kind of funny because like there's no world we play Guldas, is there? Oh my god, we could get Guldas. We could do so much damage to Muglug with Guldas right now. I almost want to do it just like for the clip, you know, just to be like, Guldas did 8 damage this game. That'd be crazy. Um, yeah. So Guldas, we can blood summon an infinite amount of times on him. So this is just an 8-2. Um, and 8 damage is a lot. That could that shuts Muglug down pretty well. I have to say. That's insane if I'm considering that. That's insanity. Um, I can't not like Like, where is my conscience if I don't do this, right? Like, it's not good for the late game necessarily at all, really. But, um, and we can almost get just as many boosts on a warrior, but we'd have to kill everything. Uh, this is fun. Um, and it seems powerful too. Like I'm not just memeing. Like this seems strong. Um, yeah, you can't do this with a warrior right now. How many moves? I'm seeing one move, two move, three move. Okay, so this warrior really isn't doing anything here. Except for getting some boosts. How many boosts is it getting? Like none. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna hold this. I'm just gonna hold this warrior and summon an archer this turn. We can summon the warrior next turn because nothing's dying this turn. Um, and I am correct. I'm pretty sure. Yep, this is how blood summon works. Not I didn't even know that this is how blood summon works for a while. But yep, that's kind of crazy. Um, a lot of damage on Muglug, and we're gonna get the carrier infect for even more damage. It's a shame we're not killing anything this turn. Um, yeah, it seems pretty strong. I mean, that's better than killing all our units to do the same thing with a warrior, right? I've never seen Goldas be useful, but like I see it. I see it now. That's pretty powerful. That's a pretty powerful combo with Blood Summon. Um, I am a fan. I'm a fan of that. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard to recover from 10 dice to the face. Oof. That's a miss for sure. I think we're gonna be able to use Hellforged. Yeah, I'll save it. It's a little greedy. Yeah, I guess we're rewarded for it. Dragos coming. Sorry, Dragos, your spot just got taken. All right, blubbing it up. Let's see. Muggle surprisingly, for having taken 10 dice to the face last turn. She's not too much worse for the wear. No way you keep Muglug up there. Okay. I was gonna say. Um, seems a little bit crazy. Um, could I kill the Vine Gate and then get dice on Muglug? I probably could. Like, I could probably do like this warrior attacks the Vine Gate, kills itself, Archer soul shifts in or something. Yep, that'll kill an Archer. Um, all right. Heal Muglug. Nope. Um. uh. Yeah, I guess without. I mean, so we could raise an Archer, put it here. Archer shoots Drudger. Um. Archer comes up to soul shift in from Muglug. That could do something. Doesn't really. Hmm. I don't love this gate here. I won't even lie. That scares me a little bit. Yeah, so we're definitely doing like this. It's funny that I'm not feeling super ahead for all this. Uh, I guess we can just put a gate here, like, so at least we can respond to this gate with carriers and stuff. Okay, so that responds to that well enough. Yeah, I don't know, and we can just ignore Blob until we can one shot him. That was so loud. Why was that so loud? We can just ignore Blob until we can one-shot him with a warrior one of these turns. Not too worried. Just move all this up. And then we'll put a health forward just over here. Wait, that's not how infects work. Well, okay, wait. This is a combo? No, it's not, because this is after. So if this doesn't die, this won't work. I'm okay with that. Does this make me question my life choices? It's not, strangely enough. That I don't have like a blood summon for all this or something. Yep, this should die. I mean, I guess Hellforge Axe is better than weapon until you consider that you sort of want the unit to die. Big brain plays. Okay, what if because I was planning on shooting Muglug. You know what? So we're holding this axe. Yeah, we're just gonna hold this axe because it could go wrong. Axe will be useful later, and we have 3 attacks here. If all this works out, this is fine. Good, worked out perfectly. Our carrier dies. We can soul shift into it. We then. Oh, I should have Hellforged that archer. It's fine. I'm sure we'll have use for it later. And it would suck if we mess this up somehow. This makes life harder for them. I'll do it. What do we hold this turn? Do we hold Dragos still? Or do we ditch him and try to get some blood summons soon? Dragos could be good, but I don't really feel like he's gonna be good for a little while. I feel like I'd rather, and like I feel like we're really pushing right now. And we've done so much damage to Muglug. Um, yeah, so I'd rather do this. Feels kind of bad. Like we're definitely throwing away value there, but I think we're more in the tempo, in the tempo game. So I'm just gonna ditch Dragos. Yeah, I mean, Dragos wouldn't have done us any good this turn either, I suppose. Yeah, sort of wish we had Hellforged that Archer, but then again, like I don't know. It easily, if it had missed, I would have been kicking myself for Hellforging that Archer. So, um, maybe not. And we should be able to kill Blub next turn. And I mean, it's a shame. We really just didn't draw Blood Summon or Purge, which was a shame. Next time though. Um, that's really funny for Dragos to be, um, like I've never, because I didn't think Blood Summon worked like that for the longest time. That you were allowed to just do it an infinite number of times. Now that I read it, it seems like the wording is pretty deliberately. It doesn't say if you do or anything. Uh, it seems pretty deliberately to allow you to just school DOS for 8 damage. I mean, it's like usually you can do that just as easily with a warrior, but in that situation, it was good for us. I mean, we had to discard some like blood summon warriors that would have been good anyway. Yep, that makes sense. We're hiding. We're afraid. That tracks. Maybe Rhett goes up 2 spaces. Maybe Rhett goes up here and places a gate right here. I could see that. Probably not getting to him this turn as things stand. Board looks weaker than with how I started. Won't even lie. Man, it's a real shame I'm not getting that many dice on Blub. Like I'm just not. It's just not that many. Yeah, I feel like this turn is well spent. killing Blob, my guy over here. So in that case, let's just raise a warrior just to have a big body. Um, let's summon an archer since we got rid of Drago, so we're not concerned about magic efficiency at this point. Then we'll just get in there. And maybe we'll even hold one of these gates. Be a tough decision, given that like we could really pop off with Blood Summon otherwise. Um, yeah, we'll play this. There's no point in like playing a gate over there. It doesn't really give us an advantage. But yeah, discarding them isn't very good. But we sort of want like hand efficiency, and I don't know how much the gate will be helping us. It would be helping us a fair bit. Let's make sure we kill Blub though first. And of course we I think we're at maximum carrier capacity. Am I right? Yeah, uh we're at all five. 2 damage. All right, 6 on 5. That's better than a 50-50, right? Every time. Yeah, and so we sort of, now that Muglug is sort of down and out for the count, we sort of just have sort of got the carrier engine churning. This feels pretty good. Yeah, so like if we save the gate, we could place it there next turn, which might be pretty good. I mean, if we just have a little bit of patience with the blood summon, it means our blood summon won't pop off as much next turn. Um, I think we can afford to have a little bit of patience. I think that gate, if this game goes long, I think that gate will help us. Yeah, let's see if we're punished. I mean, if he goes really hard at us this next turn, that would suck. Like if the next card's blood summon, like we just hate ourselves. This would be a great hand for blood summon. This is like game winning hand for blood summon. But we're hoping that gate will help us. But like, what is it helping us to? Summon these two warriors? Yeah, I don't know. That might have been dumb. Might have been real dumb. Um, got another pyre in there soon. That's good. Emerge makes sense. I guess we're blubbing it again. We've locked down pretty well all of. I should save that color for Swamp Forks. That makes more sense. So we've locked down this line pretty well, and this, which is like great. So like just position. I mean, so economically speaking, don't necessarily have the best things going for us, but the Swampworks player can only come down these lines, which is really advantageous for us. It means like because when they send a unit down there, that they can only get one attack, but we can guaranteed attack it on multiple sides. Ooh, that's hitting red. You going for it? Let's see it. Do it. You won't. You won't. I didn't think about that. No, it's fine. That's GG. Too easy. I'm not even worried. Could you pull another unit in to hit red as well somehow? Okay. It's funny. I'm guessing Waterdy thinks this game is over enough that they've got to get some sort of lucky kill or something. Uh, which tracks? We should have good purge hand to deal with this. Um, might involve a little bit of thinking, which no one likes, but necessary evil. Um, like, yeah, I really just can't use this color for red. It just doesn't track. Any discards there? I wish there was an animation that said discarded one card, like just like fly by real quickly. Um, um, wait, I didn't check. I don't think they did. Okay, so we could so the our what the thing that's the bottleneck right now is moves. Okay, as far as purge goes, um this is pretty good to just attack that Vine Mancer and get another infect. This warrior will be able to kill that. So we just want to get this cultist over here. Um, and so that's one move. That'd be 3 damage. And then if we want to do more moves, um, we gotta make sure to kill this guy. If we want to do, oh, we can't raise the dead this turn. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is a little bit hairy. All right, we gotta stay safe. We definitely can. Got to think about it a little bit though. Um, yeah, so like there, doing a purge with a carrier there, or maybe our cultist here. I mean, the Ret could retreat, but I don't think it'll be necessary. This might need to think about it though. Might just need to purge some carriers unnecessarily. Um, to boost us high enough. But so we're at 4 is the number to beat. We have another move for that carrier to that warrior. We can move this carrier over here. Um, we've killed one thing for our warrior count. We need to kill more things. That should be like 2, 3. I think we've gotta like, yeah. I wish we could do this purge, this move, etc. That's not quite gonna work out. Um, yeah, I think we could also do this purge. I don't have they used both the merges? I think they have. Um, yeah. So even if a unit, are we afraid of a unit coming out here? Only if it can pull something else to here, which I don't think it would be able to. Um, so in that case, we could do something like what would this be? So we purge onto here, purge onto here. Um, oh, and that even kills that. That's kind of funny. Wait, did I mean to purge onto? Yes, yes. Okay, that's funny. Okay. I mean now we kill most of the things, right? We can. I mean, if this warrior purged onto that, we could get another infect even. I don't know if we even really care about that. It feels a little unnecessary. Yeah, the other infect would be good. This should kill at this point. Now it would kill more with that infect. Okay, I need to take this back and think about it a little bit more. Um, um, like so say I didn't purge on that, so now I only have 3. They didn't purge that archer. Um, now our warrior count is at 3. Carrier comes over here. Or no, let's say this carrier comes over here for that infect. What's our warrior count to 2? Um, we need like 6 to be safe though. And because there's no reason to take a sort of risk on this. Uh, yeah, so maybe we just purge this warrior and drop a gate or something. All right. Well, I think I've thought about this a bit too much, so We'll just do this. Um, and I don't think there's any way something coming out of there could kill us. Well, yeah, no, I don't see it because we're gonna put a gate in front of us. Um, and this, and then we don't even need to use the carrier attack. And then we drop the gate. Yeah, and there's nothing that would come out of there to kill us. Okay, so, but I mean, this does shut down our pressure pretty well. I don't know if that's the best move. I feel like I need to think about it a bit more. But like there might be a slightly better way to do this. This is pretty effective though. Yeah, we got carrier. We only have one carrier in the pile. No, we have two. Yeah, looks good. Like, I mean, I don't love like the infect here is like it's pretty easy for them to just kill that. That's fine. And leaving that gate spot open doesn't really bother me either. 7 on 4 is pretty much guaranteed, so I'm happy to roll the game on that. Good, good. And I think we are holding all of our cards. We even have another attack. Um, cool. Yep, we're holding. We will hold that archer, and we have another purge in here too. They might have a late game on us. We'll have to see, especially since that big heal stuff turn didn't overlap with our pyre. Would have been great if we had had a pyre there too. Lugging and lugging, doing good over here. Um, Blood Summon Purge should win the game in this spot. It makes one of these plays makes perfect sense. Like you gotta play for your outs. Can't just stay safe the whole time. Oh, regen puts him at 9. Okay, that doesn't win the game necessarily then. Um, oh, more thinking. Jeez. Okay, so um, oof, 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 oof. Okay. We archer here. We warrior here. We archer here. No, that doesn't work. I'm trying to think if we can purge twice. Um, we purge. Okay, but like just this would be. We can purge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So we can do 2 damage and then 7 melee. That's not enough to make it work though. We would need a second purge. The only way to get a second purge would be to have a unit here, a unit here, a warrior here, and then um, an archer like here. An archer here would work. Okay, so that archer could. So the way this would work would be this unit purges onto this. I've had games like this where I didn't think it was possible, and then I went to sleep, and then the next morning I realized it was possible. Okay, so then this unit attacks that. This unit purges onto this unit. Sorry, this unit purges onto this unit. This unit purges onto this unit. This unit can then soul shift in and purge again, even though normally you can't. Um, uh, this could look like. Okay, so this archer can come from here, but there's no real way to do this, though, right? We can't get us. We don't have 2 warriors. I mean, we do, but we just didn't draw it. Because that archer. I guess if we had another, no. It would have to be like. So this would have to be the warrior. This would have to be the warrior. And then this would have to be the archer. And then that purges on that. The warrior have to purge on the archer. Something else comes in behind. No, it doesn't quite work. But we're at least gonna pyre. We're at least gonna do a bit of it. Hmm, 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 hmm. Um, uh, Yeah, I mean, I think we fire, blood summon, and purge. And then maybe we're looking at being a little bit behind. This isn't like maybe we hold this board even like because our purge doesn't do very much. Uh, I think it does enough to justify it. But just barely. Um, yeah, I think we purge that. Um, and I think we can. I don't think we want to purge too much here. We can purge that as well. If we purge too much, we're throwing the game, and going for the 7 or 7 isn't incredibly likely here. But we'll have a bit more longevity. Yeah, I don't want to go for the 7 or 7. I'm not comfortable with that. Um, yeah, but these carriers can um kill each other. I wonder if I could have purged this onto that carrier. No, it doesn't really work. All right. Definitely using up a lot more of our time this game. Nope, not that one first. This one first. Might be looking at a comeback here though. Mug's not too damaged. I wonder if yeah. I don't think there was a path at lethal besides the 7 dice obviously. But that has its drawbacks. And we're an aggro faction. We attack gates, except when we don't. Like there. And then that's it. I mean, so we got some good healing on red. That's what keeps us in the game here. Otherwise, we're kind of out of juice, and they're not. So it's good. It's good for that. A little bit afraid of that. We're gonna need some like hot carrier action popping off, etc. Gonna need this mud drudger to miss. Yeah, no, I'm definitely behind at this point. Yeah, get some free boost out of that. What were you hoping to mug kill your own unit or something? All right, I already did the joke where I heal mug. Can't make that joke twice. All right, we raise. I think we just have an army of warriors coming down at this point. Um, the unstoppable undead. Yeah, this feels like pretty typical Ratalis endgame. Unfortunately, without one more kill there, we are looking a little bit behind. Or we're only looking at one more unit. We definitely want it to be a carrier or a warrior. Um, let's see. I'm gonna just move ret 1 space since like there's no way we get punished for that. Yep. And we'll get an infect. Gonna bust down that gate. Because there's no real strong counterattack from busting down that gate. We can look at some more champions at some point. But nothing crazy. Yep, let's do that attack. I suppose if it missed, we would attack with the other carrier. Good thing it didn't miss. We can just regen our carrier. Yeah, so we're behind on resources right now, but but the carriers are keeping us in the game. Uh, Carrier endgame is very strong. That's what we're relying on right now. Hoping it can do it for us. And yeah, a lot of times with carriers, it comes down for it really it can be real swingy. It comes down to very precise draws. Yep, Mugglug going up there with a Drudger behind, seeing one card in hand, feeling safe. Makes sense. Granted though, I can if I kill the Drudger. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna kill the Drudger, but I could Soul Shift into it. How does this work? Instead destroy those units. Yeah, that is destroyed. It does say destroyed, so I think we can Soul Shift into there. I don't know if he's thinking about that. I sure wouldn't be. I would feel safe. Oof. Um, yep, taking some damage, etc. Okay, well, I think the real play would be um to try to get better than 3-on-3 from Muglug for the win. So even though we could Soul Shift into here, um, uh, we can, um, we can also do this. And how do I want to set this up? Yeah, so that'll be one attack, Soul Shift in, attack there, and then 3-on-3 for the win. No, 4-on-3 for the win. Do I want to move these at all? Nope, I don't think so. I'll just move that up. I don't know. Yep, that should be it. Warrior in there, Archer into there. So first attack, second attack is Archer, third attack is Warrior on Muglug. Looks good. Let's do it. Impressive on Marty's part though, like getting Muglug still in the battle and still fairly safe to have outs in this game where it took a lot of damage in the beginning. And then we got a shot at 4-on-3 for the game. Yeah, I'll take that shift too. Why not? Like that's the thing where in person I never would have thought about. Up and we're gonna keep going. All right. Well, let's see it. Not sure if you can come back from this, but we'll have to see. I mean, these are all the units I got. Yep. Gotta move back and stay safe. Carriers gonna be doing a lot of all the infects that I can. The rest of this game. And if I ever start moving Ret Talents up, that means that we've lost. uh, Yeah, I mean, I could still see like a very well positioned, like I never know the names of these frigging champions. A very well positioned, not Blub, not Splack, but Glurp. A very well positioned Glurp. Just like that's the big one. It's just like what? Why is that guy's name Glurp? It doesn't make like he doesn't look like a Glurp. Like come on, come on, come on. Okay, how do we want to do this? I think we want to go for a big infect. Um, So we're gonna give up this gate spot. Yeah, I think that's the best. I mean, we could also just go for a single attack there. Let me see it again. Uh, yeah, it'd still be one move, two move to do that. Might as well do this because 4-on-3 is pretty consistent. We are opening ourselves up to that angle. So could be punished a bit for that. Hopefully not though. Carriers, carriers, carriers. That's the name of the game. It's been a while since I've done a sexy carrier end game, so I'm happy to be here. Man, feels like we're just gonna keep going all day. I think we should probably stop after this game now. Like I'm having a lot of fun, and I got the time, but you don't want to burn out. I mean, I guess he says he's busy later on. Uh, I don't know. Maybe we could do one more after this. We'll see. Yeah, see how he's feeling about it. Yep, I think we're. Oh, my iPad's a low battery. That's predictable. Um. Yep. I think we're just gonna go for the same double carrier thing. Maybe do we just want to kill this Vine Mancer instead of getting a double infect over there? Eh, uh, yeah, sure. Let's put this warrior here, and we'll kill it at some point. Maybe even right now. We'll see how this goes. Yep, of course we've got carriers. Deck and draw pile are empty. Alright, I mean, maybe because of that miss, I'll just kill this Vine Mancer. So if our carriers ever run out, we never want to spread them out too much. If they ever run out, the game is kind of over for us. Um, uh, and this Vine Mancer really is not a threat. Yeah, I just gotta go carriers. Carriers all the way. Alright, I mean, but that's one more easy kill next turn. Maybe we want to do that. I don't know, but like we can do that next turn. Not an issue. Seemed like that turn going for it was good. And now this next turn, I mean that's an easy infect. The witch is not an easy infect though, so giving us that. Muglug's coming in. Oh shit. Yeah. I mean, she fucking dies, but yeah, if those four cards aren't anything crazy, I see the necessity. Oh yeah, and pull that. God, if I lose this game, that'd be crazy. Yeah, no, that stops me from having a response. For sure. I shouldn't have. It was a mistake putting that warrior near that Vine Mancer. I needed to keep things where the money was. Um, cause yeah, both carriers going down right now is very bad. Um, that one go to 4. One of them's gonna have to be a 3-on-3. Looks like we'll see the next one. Yeah, so this will be a 3-on-3 for the game. Yeah, and if it hits, I'm not quite sure what I'll do. It'll be a little bit tough. Yeah, I think last time, like, I think I could have moved something like here. Um, wait, how does it still have a boost? Oh, because this guy had 3. Yeah. Oh, so, etc. Yeah, what? Because you want to go 5-on 3 here? Yeah, that's fair. Very fair. I don't even know if you want to make that attack, because that just gives me another carrier. Alright, I think I'm gonna move this guy out of harm's way. And I'm just gonna get some carriers. Or at least try to. Yeah, if there's a good champion to occupy right now, that could be it. I mean, so surely I'm wrong about that. I mean, surely a full health warrior is better than a carrier. Yeah, that's probably the right attack. So I don't know. Maybe not in the end game. Splat coming down. Yeah, that could. I mean, we're gonna push up with Muglug. It's a little bit tight. If Slack hits that, it's all down to very precise rolls at this point. Slack hits that 3 for 3, feeling real good. Doesn't, not so much. Yeah, very tight game. Yeah, I definitely should have been thinking about the Muglug advance here. And but I should have kept my warriors in that direction. I'm curious. I'm curious to look at that play exactly. Yeah, this will be delaying. Yeah, so this turn, this is the turn that I got punished for. Yes, we could have done this. So we could have had a unit here. Yeah, and then there's no way to pull a unit away from here. So we're fine. And but what ended up happening was we had a unit. Yeah, we only had a unit here. We didn't have units up there at all. So I mean that would have played around the Muglock play better. Yeah, let's see it. Yep, coming up. Oh yeah, you can pull the carrier. That's kind of that's kind of game. If you hit this other black roll, yeah, I think it's game either way. Yeah. Well, I said if I start moving Reptilis up, that means I've lost. We've gotten there. This is a very well fought. Shows you that the carrier endgame is very precise and tricky, and if you slip up and you can, um, it's very strong, but it's not guaranteed. And you slip up, it can definitely be over for you. It's strong, but it's got its counters. Uh, what's this? And just hide out for a little bit. I think that tracks. All right. Still looking pretty bad for me. Yeah, I don't see much of a reason to do anything. I don't know what this play is. But we're pretty dead if Reptilis stays there. So, I mean, maybe 2 on 3, not dead. I don't know. I don't know what this play is. I think this is. I mean, it's over kind of anyway. Maybe we wanted to try and tank a like hope for a 1 out of 3 dice there. And that would have done it for us. Like if Red had stayed here, killed that witch, this misses. Um, then got to attack with like something else, like Mug. Yeah, love Reptilis. I mean now he's the only 2 attack summoner in the game, or I guess only 2 ranged attack summoner in the game, because we got Valeria. But that should be GG. Uh, it's very impressive. I remember with one of Ciabatta's showdowns, or beat the champ event. We had Fallen Kingdom against Cave Goblins. It's a very favorite matchup, and we ended up losing. And Donkey was responding like, "Yeah, you guys kind of like split up your carriers at some point, and you got to keep them together to like keep them alive." There's a lot of nuance in this end game. GG. Thought the game was in the bag, and it sure wasn't. That's a lot of fun. Very yeah. I think I mean. I've heard Waterdy say for sure that he's like initially not so much of a fan of how the carriers lead to a big part of Reptilis' strength. I don't know if Vardy's changed his mind on that recently. I think a lot of people, including myself, carriers are a lot of fun. Definitely incredibly powerful. Too powerful, probably, but like it's part of the balance of the deck. Change my on whether or not you're a fan of undead carriers existing. I remember for a pretty long time ago, you were like, yeah, it seems like that's where the real power is. Yeah. Well, go play go play 20 games of Fungal Doors and come back to me. Yeah. I mean, infect is fun. I could definitely. It feels like decks like Cool Deck. Like it seems like Cool Deck it needed another half a month of playtesting. Because it's just very the dynamics of Infect are very complicated and like the way that I mean, okay, so now I'm talking about Cool Deck. I started asking you about undead carriers, but like the dynamics of Cool Deck, like it's much more complicated than you just can't let him pop off where you win. It's I mean that's sort of the case with like carriers and Retalis. Is like if you ever let the infection spread too much, you kind of just lose. But not that so it's like you can if you're clever you can find ways to beat it back and that was very impressive. I thought that game was over. Where was the critical turn there? I did not expect Muglug to come up and beat those and then pull the warrior back. That's very impressive. And I think I was talking about due to I misplayed, but I should not have committed my warriors up there. Thinking about Muglug having that potential to rip through these warriors, I needed to let's see what was my turn. I needed to send these warriors this way. I yeah I needed to get over to you. I should not have spread my forces so thin there. Um, change my you had wind shoot, but it didn't happen. Oh yeah, that's true too. But I mean that's how it always goes. This matchup also complicated for Mug. Infect is problematic because you have no tanky unit. Yeah, I suppose I mean it's the classic thing where you're like, oh, my low health units don't work against Fallen Kingdom because of infects, but oh, my high health units don't work because of warriors. So I mean, there's sort of a counter to both of them. I would think Mug would be good in this matchup because like you're kind of fine with just keeping all of your commons behind and only exposing champions and Mug, but then your champions die to warriors as we saw, and Mug is like getting pinged the entire game. So something I've theorized in this matchup that Mug this is one of the few matchups that Mug doesn't really need to be aggressive in. It's sort of on the burden of Fallen Kingdom to be more aggressive. And so Mug can maybe like stay back and sort of try to position chokeholds against carriers and stuff. The only positive thing in this matchup is that muds are useful. Um, yeah. They only so you think red is very favored in this matchup. Yeah, I I'd see that. I feel. I mean, like if you were like, okay, what I mean, on a theory crafting side, having not played much Mog, if you were like, okay, what sort of decks would be good against the carrier deck? I would say, oh, well, a deck where your summoner is regenerated and just punching down, and just constantly dealing out blows. Because that's sort of what you want to deal with. The deal with carriers is you sort of, it's like you want to you want to choke holds where like you have a unit here and the carriers are coming down at you, but it's a high health unit and it's beating up him. You never want to get surrounded by carriers, but if you can have like a Citadel Paladin chokehold, it's a great unit in this matchup is the Vinegate. Vinegate Champ, it didn't happen. Yeah, you don't know his name. You can't remember his name. You can't do it. You can't remember because all their names are one syllable nonsense. Yeah, what's his name? You can't think of it. Can I even think of it? It's Glurp. Glurp, Splack, and Blub. The Vinegate champ needed a different name. Like you just look at that guy and you're like, that's a two-syllable name. You can't like the funny one-syllable names are great, but you can't have three of them in one deck. Okay. It can really slow down infection to a halt. Yeah. I know I know that the names of champs Rush, Tireless, and Vinegate champ. Yeah, I guess are the all right, here's like real spill the beans. Oh wait, were you on playtesting for these guys? Were the and if you were the champs always the same name? Uh, no, you weren't on playtesting. All right, well, I'm gonna do some digging. I'm gonna figure out like it seems like the sort of thing where you like it's a placeholder name and then it stays there. My last tested faction was Wayfarers. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'd enjoy playtesting. I don't know if I well I'd enjoy it, but I also I don't know. I don't. I feel like I could stress too much about balance when I like I'm prone to just overstress things and overthink things, and I feel like that's sort of the kind of playtester I'd become. So I figure maybe my place is here, but I also I mean you got I want to make sure there's enough playtesters in there, so maybe I'll join it at some point. I love testing and talking stress about balance. I don't like when I find a problem and it isn't solved. That is what I don't enjoy. Uh, yeah, yeah, I could definitely. Uh, I'd see that be hard. Yeah, definitely, definitely sad you left. But people got people got other things and whatnot. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, because we got. I mean, it seems like for the most part, the playtesting system is working great insofar as like results oriented. Like the decks are pretty great. Like not 100% balance. And I could see the take that yeah we should I don't know maybe yeah, like it's always that struggle in playtesting um between like well you have the raw statistics and then you have like just like theoretically how strong is this faction the highest level, and that takes a lot of thought and like really a lot of experience to do that. And it's like well if you're at Plaid Hat and be like well like who should I listen to as to like the really experienced experts that have a hunch that this isn't balanced, and can I trust that? And well there's a lot of disagreement, and like it's easier to go with data than balancing is hard. I used to think like yeah, you get that perfect statistic and then you're good. Um we should probably be man, I keep saying let's be done and then it's like oh but we could play another game though. I yeah, I could go either way. It could be good to if you're free tomorrow we could pick it up there. We could do another one. Like I'm not going anywhere, I guess. But it could be good to stop so we don't burn out too much. Too. I guess I can leave it up to you how you're feeling. Whether you think you've burned out a bit much. Whichever you want. I go to sleep in 6 hours and wake up 9 hours later, and then I'm free all day. Well, you've been a great partner with this. I'm glad you've been free so much. To see you think like in the coming weeks after this, you think you're gonna be a lot busier. Or you might have days like these again. We have a bunch of time to run like 3 games. Definitely busier. Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. Well, you know, I mean, maybe we gotta just take advantage of the good times while they're here. You wanna run one last one and then call it for reals this time? Um, go grab my charger. Um, yeah, and I hope to get some other people in the community on and just play some more matches too. That'd be fun. Um, yeah, having a lot of fun with it. It's fun playing ranked matches and just talking about those. But it's also real fun to get these live games in. Um, yeah. So, what? Where do you want to take another like? I would just need like a minute and a half, and then I can get started another one. But I'm happy to stop too. Especially if we're doing more tomorrow. No pressure. Sure, do whatever you want now or later. I'm gonna be around. Just send me a link. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, let's do one more. I'm gonna just Yeah, let me just grab a charger. And I'll be right back in another minute. And see if there's any. Try to get another fun matchup. All right.